Discerning Eye News. Greetings, everyone. Did you know what was happening in New York City from October 18th through the 29th? Well, if you didn't know, the Department of Homeland Security and the Metro Transit Authority released gas at 120 locations in a biological attack simulation. Authorities say the gas is non-toxic, but will be released in closed spaces underground in the city's subways system as well as outdoors. This project includes the release of low concentration of a safe particle and gas tracer materials. The movement of this material will be tracked, and the results from these tests will be used to learn more about the relationship between above and below ground. The DHS, which is the Department of Homeland Security, claims the particle gas tracers are non-toxic and pose no health risk. The non-toxic substances include salt, glycerol, maltodextrin, fluorescent brighteners, non-coding DNA, silica, among others. It's a long list of chemicals here. Obviously, the idea of government agents spraying the public with safe gas has many folks worried. But guess what? If you didn't know, experiments of this type have taken place on the populace many times before, and often without the knowledge of the public. In 1950, the U.S. government sprayed the city of San Francisco with a microbe in a simulated attack that targeted thousands of innocent civilians. Discover magazine reported that the experiment was conducted as a vulnerability test to identify susceptible regions in the event of a biological terrorist attack. This attack was called Operation Sea Spray, and San Francisco was chosen as the target because it is close to the ocean and because it has a unique geography, tall buildings, and a dense population. On October 11th, 1950, 11 residents checked into Stanford Hospital for very rare, serious urinary tract infections. Although 10 residents recovered, one patient, Edward J. Nevin, died 3 weeks later. None of the other hospitals in the city reported similar spikes in cases, and all 11 victims had urinary tract infections following medical procedures, suggesting that the source of their infections lay inside the hospital. Cases of pneumonia in San Francisco also increased after the bacterium was released. Though a causal relation has not been conclusively established, the bacterium was also combined with phenol and an anthrax simulant and sprayed across South Dorset by U.S. and U.K. military scientists as part of the DICE trials that ran from 1971 to 1975. The urinary tract outbreak was so unusual that the Stanford doctors wrote it up for a medical journal. There was no evidence that the Army had alerted health authorities before it blanketed the region with bacteria. Doctors later wondered whether the experiment might be responsible for heart valve infections around the same time, as well as serious infections seen among intravenous drug users in the 1960s and 70s. In 1977, the U.S. Senate Subcommittee on Health and Scientific Research held a series of hearings at which the U.S. Army disclosed the existence of the test. Army officials noted the pneumonia outbreak in their testimonial, but said any link to their experiments was totally coincidental. The Army pointed out that no other hospitals reported similar outbreaks, and all 11 victims had urinary tract infections following medical procedures, suggesting that the source of their infections lay inside the hospital and not what was sprayed on them. As you have seen and what has been stated, there is nothing to worry about. All is okay and will be okay. Okay? Discerning Eye News.